Hey guys, Hyranic Gaming here, and this time we're taking a look at the new card for August. I'm joined here with one of the top players from Legends, JustinLarson himself, who actually placed first in our first tournament with the Scout deck. So if you're having trouble fighting Scouts, you're probably fighting a variant of his deck. Uh, yeah,
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
sure. Thank you for being on. Um, so this new card has me kind of confused, honestly. It's
Yeah,
a
that's a good reaction. That makes sense.
yeah, it's a six cost green action that draws four random zero cost cards. And I was looking at this and I'm thinking, wait a minute, that could be anything from a Nord Firebrand to a Maple Shield. Like
Yeah.
this is pretty much the green RNG card now.
Right. Yeah, this card feels straight out of Hearthstone, doesn't it?
It does kind of, yeah.
I can't wait to see the highlight reel video where the guy gets four maple shields.
Yeah, that would be actually pretty hilarious, honestly. Uh
Yeah.
I guess I was looking at this card and I'm thinking, potential use wise, like,
Mm.
I mean, it's a green card. It just seems so random, you know? Like, I
Yeah.
guess I
Yeah,
guess.
both. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was just gonna say. I guess like the only thing that came to mind at first was maybe if you had Wisp Mother, but more than half of the
Right.
zero cost cards are not like are not creatures. They're actions.
Right.
And two
Yeah.
items. So
It's
it's
pretty
like
brutal.
I don't know. I don't know what to make of this. What are your thoughts?
Um, the only card I came to mind that I would like to try to synergize Smuggler's Haul with is Lilandro Hexmage.
That is true. Yeah.
About half the cards that you're going to be able to pull with it are spells, and zero cost spells, of course, turn into firebolts to the face with Hexmage out. But by and large, to be honest with you, I can't think of a whole lot of uses for this card off the top of my head. It's a challenging one. Feels like the kind of card that might randomly win a person the game, but is completely unreliable.
Yeah, that's the thing. There are so many different possibilities with this card that it's just. I mean, it seems like the type of card that you would add in your deck just to screw with people because
Yeah,
there's
absolutely.
there's really no way to. I don't know. It feels like an action version of the Wabbajack, honestly. I
Yeah,
mean, to a
that's a
lesser,
good description. Yeah,
minus the transforming, but yeah, I don't know. I don't
and you
know.
know what? I think I've lost the Wabbajack before, and I don't think it's possible for me to lose to this card.
Yeah, I mean, like the only way I could see that happening is if it's a really close game and your opponent
Right.
just draws like four Nord Firebrands or has the Hex Mage on the
Yeah.
field. Because like
Yeah. Exactly.
other than that, I mean, you've got you've got improvised weapon and Nord Firebrand, and then
Hmm.
I mean, there's two actions, Cruel Firebloom and Lesser
Right.
Ward. And like the thing is if you drew Cruel Firebloom at the point in the game when you're dropping six drops, you're probably not gonna have a lot
Right.
you want to sacrifice to deal five damage to a random enemy creature. So
Right. Yeah, you're just hoping you also pick up a zero cost creature to throw away with it.
it pretty much, yeah. And then like another
Um,
thing that came to mind is if you're fighting an aggro deck and he's broken a lot of your wards and you have a lot of cards in your hand, four more cards could fill up your hand.
yeah,
So you might
that's
not
true.
even
I
get them
mean,
all.
way more so in Legends than in other games I've played that are kind of similar in the max hand size field. It's really possible and happens with some regularity that playing a really grindy control deck, you can end up with 8 or 9 cards in your hand against aggro and just have nothing that you can, dump out of your hand. And I think in that sort of situation, this just becomes completely unplayable.
Yeah. I honestly can't see any other use for it than just the randomness factor.
Right. Now, it does have the ability, when you win 3 of these at the end of the season, you are, it does have the hidden ability, grant you 300 soul shards.
That is true. That is true.
Right.
That will buy
So this
you
thing is
3/4 of a different epic.
It will,
It will.
which is probably way more value than you'll ever get from actually playing this.
Possibly, yeah.
If this card is added to the arena, I can see myself picking it up just sort of for the hilarious, video that might come out of it. But I'm pretty disappointed. I don't think it's a playable card in any format, and
Yeah,
I
yeah, I
would like
have
to
to
be
agree.
proven wrong, but I just don't see it happening.
I have to agree. I mean, it's just I don't know how to respond to this, and I don't
Hmm.
know. I want to like it, I really do. It's just with 4 random 0 cost cards,
Right.
it's not reliable at all.
No. And how about the rest of the patch too? I was really surprised to see no balance changes to the patch, except for the fix to the bug that was sort of keeping Soul Rest Marshall from being even more broken.
Oh, did they fix Soul Rest? Did they
Well, they
change the
fixed
text?
it in the sense that it now does what it says it's supposed to do, but um,
Oh,
if they effectively just made it more powerful.
they did. They did, didn't they? That's scary.
Hmm.
I
Right,
mean,
because I was thinking to myself, why am I not facing Soul Rest Marshall in every matchup? Now, hopefully, that goal can be achieved.
well, and if you think about it, now not only can archers soul rest into Jarl, they can now soul rest into like Burn and Pillage and other higher level.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know what else they can soul rest into? Smugglers Haul. That's the kind of card advantage engine I want to be playing on turn 5.
Oh my. Yeah.
Yeah,
10-5. Here's 4 random items. Have fun. Or 4 random
right.
0 cost. Have fun.
You know what's going
Yeah.
to end up happening to me at some point, though, is I'm going to be playing against one of the new aggressive archer decks, and they're going to Soul Rest Marshal into Smuggler's Hall and grab themselves, like 4 Septim Guardsmen or something like that, and just swamp me. I see this happening more often than I'd like to admit.
Oh man. Yeah. And like I could just see so many wild games.
Mhm.
Ah.
On the one hand, I do sort of understand, and maybe this is not their intention. I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt up at Bethesda and Direwolf, but maybe they're thinking this is the first month of open beta.
Right.
We don't want to give the new players, or the players who are playing now, a huge advantage over everyone else by giving them a card at the power level of, something playable. So let's give them a fun card that they can goof around with and make videos with and stuff like that.
Oh, I'll definitely be tinkering around with this card and trying to make videos of it.
Oh yeah, I'm
As
hopping into casual with this September 1st.
oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It's just yeah, I saw because the patch notes came out before we actually saw the official card, and I looked at it and I said Smuggler's
Yeah.
Haul. That could be a lot of things. That could deal with items, probably a green card, but it could deal with items. It could deal
Yeah.
with, and it gives you 4 random 0 cost cards. That was just
Yeah.
I
And
don't
you would
know.
even be, I think it would be playable if it pulled 4 0 cost cards out of your deck. I think there'd be a lot of ways to use this, but
Oh yeah,
the random part really just punishes anybody who's trying to play competitively.
oh yeah. Like if it came straight out of your deck, that would have such good synergy with the schemer. You would see that all over the
Yeah,
place.
exactly. That's
Yeah.
when I first saw the card. Actually, that's immediately what I thought of, and I was like, "Well, I know what I'm going to do." And this might be the card that pushes Assassin to tier 1, but it is not.
It is not. It is not. It will be
No.
interesting. I don't know if the 0 cost card schemer is considered a different card than the regular one. So I don't know
Hmm.
if that would be part of the random draw. If that could be, it'd be
That would be
interesting.
cool. I mean, you'd have. I think there's what 10, 11, 12, maybe 12 cards that cost 0.
I think so. Yeah.
So if that was if it was a 13th card that it could pull, and you get 4 of them, I mean, it might tempt me into playing this card, but I still don't think so.
So this card will not likely see any future action in your competitive decks. Then
No, it will
no.
not, unfortunately. I mean, maybe it's the 51st card. To the first tournament, honestly, I almost stuck a mud crab in there as my 51st card because I thought it would be funny.
That would have been.
Glad I did not end up doing that. but I really seriously thought about it both because it would be fun to play, and also because I thought, you're sending the deck list to your opponent right before the match, and I was like, how much can I throw them off their game if they get my deck list and it's got a Moab in it? So maybe this is that new 51st card that people throw on their decks.
Possibly. Like I could definitely see jumping in a tournament just for the fun of it with a complete assassin RNG deck, just all of the randoms from blues, the Hall from green, and you probably wouldn't go anywhere with that, but it would be fun to see.
No, I mean you could go nuts with jacks and stuff like that. I mean that'd be something entertaining at least.
Yeah. It's I don't know. It's too bad that this card is not really a competitive one, but
no. It's interesting the trend they've taken with this too. I mean, last month the card was the Mystic, the 4/4 Pilfer yellow guy that pulls a support card out of your deck. It's not like a awful card, but I've never seen it played. I really think there might be something to the idea that they're trying not to spoil us too much for getting involved this early in the game.
I could see that, and I think you're on the right track when you said they're just kind of giving us something to play around with because it's the first month of open beta. I think you're probably right. It's just it wasn't what I expected it was, and
no,
yeah. Anyway,
oh well.
Thank you for joining me for this.
Anytime, man.
Yeah, definitely gonna tinker around with it when it comes out, but until then,
yeah, it'll be fun to goof around with.
It will be, yeah. Anyway, thank you for coming on, man. I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Hey guys, thank you for watching. Huge shout out to JustinLarson for coming on for this little bit of theory crafting on the new card. Definitely check out his channel through the link in the description below. He has some really good content. If you have any thoughts or ideas that we didn't talk about, or you really just want to share, feel free to post in the comments. Thank you, and have a good day.
Spare us your stories, old man. Unless they can sharpen spears. Our war chief is dying.
We should go, Kellen. We have the scroll we came for. Patience now. The Elder Scrolls show us what was, and what yet will be. They have revealed much to me.